Good evening. This is the Guyana Learning Channel's news in capsule for Thursday, July 8, 2021. Here are a few of the top stories we will be covering. $41 million infectious disease unit for New Amsterdam Hospital. Affected communities to benefit from comprehensive post-flood package. And Guyanese youths to represent country at global robotics competition. In the world of sports, Ramos signs 2-year contract with PSG and England hit with UEFA charges. Regionally, St. Lucia retains the Tier 2 in Human Trafficking 2020 global ranking. And internationally, spectators banned from Tokyo Games. With the news in detail, I am Danelle Singh. The New Amsterdam Hospital will soon be retrofitted with a $41 million infectious disease unit to facilitate COVID-19 patients. Minister of Local Government and Regional Development Honorable Nigel Darmlal on Wednesday witnessed the signing of the contract between the hospital and contractor Navin Diokisun of Navin & Sons Construction Company. During his address, the minister noted that the unit will consolidate all infectious diseases into one area. The unit will complement the infectious disease hospital at Liliendaal, which houses COVID-19 patients. His Excellency Dr. Irfan Ali said that his government is working on devising a comprehensive post-flood package that will be delivered to every flood-affected community. President Ali made the announcement at the handing over ceremony of 30 tractors to indigenous communities in regions 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 9 at the Hinterland Scholarship Dormitory in Liliendaal on Wednesday. President Ali told the Tashaus and representatives from the regions that in addition to resources being transferred to the communities at the end of last year, the government is now working on a comprehensive investment package, a post-flood package that would be delivered to every community in every region that has been affected by the floods. He reiterated that the government is committed to ensuring that farmers get back to their lands and will continue working with them and the sector to restore its productivity. The commitment, he noted, will be further enhanced with the recently approved $10 billion supplementary provision. The president also explained that the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, or CDEMA, is finalizing a report to show the real value in terms of dollars of the destruction and displacement caused by the recent floods across the country. When the assessment is completed, the government will recognize and reprioritize expenditure to target the most severely affected communities and farmers to bring direct benefits. President Ali also reiterated that the government is committed to working with residents from the communities on developing strategies, plans, and projects that will directly address the needs and priorities of the respective communities. He stressed that such plans and programs cannot be developed in a back office of any ministry, but must be developed with collaboration from the people and leaders in the communities so that ownership can be created. A group of 16 young Guyanese will represent the country at the first global robotics competition, where they are expected to participate in various challenges that will require the use of robotics to solve real-world problems. The team has been selected by local youth technology organization STEM Guyana, and they will participate in the virtual challenge that runs for 12 weeks. This year, over 160 nations around the world have opted to participate in the competition. Previously, Guyana has successfully participated in this competition and came in 10th place back in 2017. This piece was extracted and modified from the newsroom. Obsessed with winning the Champions League, Paris Saint-Germain added precious experience to its squad by recruiting former Real Madrid captain Sergio Ramos on Thursday. The 35-year-old Ramos signed a 2-year deal with PSG after Madrid preferred not to renew his contract last month. Ramos was a Spanish powerhouse since arriving from Sevilla in 2005 when he was 19 years old. The central defender helped the club with 22 titles, including 4 Champions League and 5 Spanish League. His 93rd minute header helped secure Madrid the European trophy in 2014. Ramos is the third player brought by PSG during the transfer window. This was extracted and modified from Loop News. EFA has charged Euro 2020 finalist England after Kasper Schmeichel had a laser pointer aimed at his face when facing Harry Kane's penalty at Wembley on Wednesday. England were hit with 3 charges by the tournament organizers after supporters of Gareth Southgate's team overstepped the mark in the semi-final win over Denmark. The 2-1 win after extra time at Wembley on Wednesday carried England through to their first major tournament final since the 1966 World Cup. Amid jubilant scenes, however, there was cause for concern on the UEFA's part. Schmeichel managed to save Kane's spot kick on the 104th minute, defying the laser distraction. He could not prevent the England captain blasting in on the rebound, however. The England's fans' booing of Denmark's national anthem was a distasteful moment, while UEFA has also taken issue with the fireworks being set off at the ground. In a statement, UEFA said that disciplinary proceedings have been opened following the UEFA Euro 2020 semi-final match between England and Denmark, played on July 7 at Wembley Stadium, London. It listed the charges as use of a laser pointer by its supporters, disturbances caused by its supporters during the national anthem, lighting of fireworks by its supporters. UEFA added that the case will be dealt with by the UEFA Control, Ethics and Disciplinary Body in due course. This was extracted and modified from Loop News. And now for regional news. The Department of Home Affairs and National Security of St. Lucia is pleased that St. Lucia has retained its Tier 2 place in the global ranking of the 2020 Trafficking in Persons report. Permanent Secretary Mrs. Elizabeth Bailey has pledged that the department will continue to diligently undertake its Trafficking in Persons work program. The Trafficking in Persons, or TIP, report was released by the U.S. Department of State, which is celebrating the 20th anniversary of the annual report. The report highlights the continuing COVID-19 crisis, which is reported to have vastly increased the social and economic vulnerabilities of people. These vulnerabilities may provide fertile conditions for increased grooming, recruitment, and exploitation of unsuspecting victims, particularly women and girls. Governments are being encouraged by the U.S. Department of State to devote more resources to prevention, protection, and prosecution in efforts to both suppress and punish the crime of trafficking in persons. And now for international news. The Olympic Games in Japan are being held without spectators due to the rising cases of the coronavirus. Olympics Minister Tomoyo Marukawa made the announcement following discussions with officials and organizers on Thursday evening. A state of emergency in Tokyo will run throughout the Games to combat the spread of COVID-19. Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga noted that the state of emergency will run from July 12 and remain in place until August 22. There has been widespread opposition to the Games in Japan, with calls for them to be postponed or cancelled. The state of emergency was announced after a meeting between the organizing committee, the government, and the International Olympic Committee President, Thomas Bach. The Olympic Games are scheduled to take place in the Japanese capital between July 23rd and August 8th, while the Paralympic Games will be held from August 24 and September 5. This was extracted and modified from BBC. With that, we've reached the end of today's broadcast. Be sure to join us again on the Guyana Learning channel for more educational news and updates. On behalf of the technical team, thanks for watching, and remember to stay safe, Guyana.